Throughout the New Testament, Jesus asked a lot of tough questions. He challenged a lot of people to think differently, and he didn't give up on people even when they gave up on themselves. I'm Pastor Rob, and we have made it to our fourth and final installment of the post-resurrection appearances of Jesus Christ. The Gospel of John, chapter 21, is our text for today. We see a group of Jesus' disciples still hanging out together, and Peter decides he wants to go fishing. But this is more than a leisurely fishing trip. This is Peter being tempted to go back to his old way of life. The life he lived before Jesus got to him. The life that he knew. The life that earned him a living. And even though Jesus has already appeared to Peter after his resurrection, Peter is still counting the cost. He is still trying to figure out what he wants to do with the rest of his life. And Jesus, being God, knew that Peter needed a little help here. So as the men were coming in from a long night of not catching any fish, Jesus shows up on the shore, instructing them to cast their nets one last time. And at this time, when the fish weren't supposed to be biting, they caught 153 fish. This was more than an impressive haul. This was a miracle. And Peter wastes no time. He jumps into the water and swims to Jesus. Do you find it interesting, like me, that he doesn't try to walk on water again? Trying to improve on his own record of the amount of steps taken on water? The only thing on his mind here is to get to Jesus. And it sets up for Jesus' interaction with Peter. They were now on the shore, eating some of the fish that they had caught, most likely still in awe of the catch, when Jesus turns to Peter and asks, "Do you love me more than these?" And he's not only referring to the fish, he is referring to the lifestyle of being a fisherman. And Jesus is challenging Peter here. What brings him more joy, fishing all night or seeing the miracles of Jesus? Peter could fish for the rest of his life and never see a catch like that again. Because it wasn't Peter's expert fishing skills that brought in 150 fish that morning. No, it truly was a miracle to help Peter make a decision. "Peter, do you love me more than these?" And Peter exclaims, "Yes, Lord, you know I do." Then Jesus says, "Then go tend my sheep." Jesus challenges Peter not to spend any more time trying to find his value in fishing. And Jesus captures Peter's attention when he asks this question 3 times. I believe Jesus did this to give Peter an opportunity to make up for his 3 denials, so Peter could regain his faith, regain his boldness, and to regain that zeal that he once had for following Jesus. And Jesus doesn't just ask this question of Peter, he asks this question of all his followers. Do you love me more than these? Do you love Jesus more than the life that you have built for yourself? Are you willing to give up the comforts of this life to follow him? The answer won't just come from the words of your mouth, but the actions of your life. Will you jump out of the boat to embrace Jesus? And will you make sacrifices to follow him? I would like to thank KIKO Radio for airing this Word of Hope by Central Heights Baptist Church.